What's up, guys? Jim here from Clockwork Industries. Welcome back to another Clockwork Gaming video for Diablo Immortal. We got another content patch update, and we're going to go through it here. More legendary essences for everybody, 36 new essences. They're going to be available after Hell 7, which is kind of odd that they went from Hell 8 on the last one to Hell 7 this time, but it'll be easier for everybody to get them. I think less forcing people to be all the way at the top level Hell tier to get them is better. So I just want to check over the monk ones really quick. We'll see if we got anything here. I'll do maybe a separate video going over all of them. Bell of Sorrow Head. Inner Sanctuary now forms a spiritual sphere, greatly reducing the movement speed of enemies and preventing dash skills from being used while within the sphere. Man, Barb charges are going to get nerfed with that. I don't know how useful. I don't know if I would even use this though over the stun. The stun circle's the go-to. Desert Strider Pants. Each time Wave of Light deals damage to an enemy within 2 seconds, its damage against that enemy is increased up to 30%. Whoa. What would I be dropping? Hang on 1 second here. I don't know if I'd want to drop my Mystic Strike. Hi, Mom, I'm on YouTube. Noble Path Chest. Flying Dragon now creates a massive updraft in a targeted area, knocking enemies in that area up into the air. If Flying Dragon is activated again after hitting enemies, you will teleport to them and deliver wow, that's really... and stunning them. Okay. That's really interesting. Main hand, Final Strike, a Fist of Thunder, full combo now generates a ball of lightning that deals damage continually. Continual damage from Fist of Thunder. I wonder if this could make the 2-set Banquet viable. Shoulder Piece, Wave of Light now becomes channeled, dropping a golden bell in front of you that you repeatedly strike, damaging all nearby enemies. Offhand, Flying Dragon now also shatters enemy armor. Increase. That's really interesting. This one can an armor shatter for that could actually be used in. Oh no, I don't know what I would drop for that. But it's got a potential for like Shadow War maybe. But I would have to drop something for Flying Dragon. I have to work that out. Some interesting new essences for every class, it sounds like. I don't know. Should we go through all of them? What else do we have in the update? Another Hungering Moon. We go to... let's see how much time we get to. Hungry Moon, typical thing. Typical buff. 50% more bonus gold drops at dungeons. 10% damage increase. That's nice. I like this better than the other buff you got in the dungeons. 5% magic fine. Like, I'd rather get more gold and a damage buff, honestly. Hermit's Collection, all the same stuff from the typical Hungering Moon. Buying all the loot. 3 rare crests, set item, pearl, legendary crest. And then all the stuff inside the Hermit's Collection, which is like normal gems and all that stuff. And we could go through Barb, for sure. All clans on deck, limited time event. Typical limited time event, extra... let's see here. Your clan must track down and dispatch elite enemies together before the time runs out. Okay. Legendary item. Legendary item and 15 keys. Legendary item, 15 keys, and a 1-star gem. Legendary item, 15 keys, a 1-star gem, and 3 normal gems. 1 random legendary gem, 15 keys, 1 1-star gem. 3 normal gems, and the commander's frame avatar. So just more loot and a different way to do it. I'll take it. A new cosmetic. And that seems to be it. So let's go up and check out the Barb for Dez. What is all? Let me go through the feature updates. I skipped through most of the end of that part of there. Hold on. All right. Hell difficulty player merge. This actually sounds good. We're making changes so that most players across hell difficulties can play together based on server paragon level. Finding a party will be easier, and completing dungeons solo or with small party will be easier. Server paragon level 320. Players in hell difficulties 1 through 4 can play together, and dungeons will be tuned for the number of players. Oh, so that's a big change. They didn't tune the dungeons before, I don't think. Except for in the lower level ones. Let me see here. Paragon 360, players in Hell 1 through 5 can play together, and dungeons will be tuned for the number of players. Oh, so we're going to be around here. So, Server Paragon 640, sir. What are we at? I like this. This is a huge W. More people can play together, and it's going to tune the dungeon. 656, so here's where we're at. Players from Hell 1 to Hell 7 can play together, and dungeons will be tuned for the number of players. Once Server Paragon hits 800, Hell 8 will be unlocked to do the same thing. I like this scaling system. More players and more dungeons. They screwed offense on BGs some, so we won't be in Hell... we'll be in Hell 8. Just as Ash caught up, I know, right? All right, hold on. Let's see here. Accursed Towers PV registration deadline change. The timing for clans to register for purification of Accursed Towers has been changed from Saturday at 9 p.m. through Mondays at 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. server. Saturdays at 9 through Sun. So you got to register by last night. Towers will activate for purges after resignation deadline ends. I don't understand why cutting it down from 9 p.m. to server time, or from 3 a.m. to 9 p.m. Reduce pressure. All right, I guess. Now, Battleground and Rite of Exile change. Now, when defenders are pushing back the idol in Phase 2 of Battleground and Rite of Exile, the idol's movement speed will be 50% slower. Pushing back, Captain. When defenders are pushing back, not offense. They actually hooked up offense some more. So, it sounds like when it's going backwards, it's going to be slower. So so if you push the idol up further, it's going to go back to its starting position 50% slower. So it'll allow attackers to get right back to the idol and push, continue pushing. I think that'll be helpful for offense big time. So like if your team gets wiped and the idol's creeping back, it's going to creep back 50% slower. Requirements change to unlock gated gear. Gear drops from activities not tied to hell difficulties, such as Elder Rifts, are no longer unlocked through Challenge Rift progression. So no more Challenge Rift Paragon number. Instead, they are unlocked by defeating Helliquary bosses who unlock the corresponding hell difficulty. Okay, so you do the Hell 7 raid boss, you're in Hell 7, you now get Hell 7 loot, as long as, I'm assuming, Server Paragon is up to that level. Cursed item update. We have updated the following positive properties. Blustered. Okay, so all of them got a... Alright, let's check these out. Blustered. The tornado will now automatically target the nearest enemy. Detested. Previously, this property could only be triggered by skills marked with control tag. We have now expanded the trigger condition to include loss of control effects. Include additional loss of control effects. Okay. So this should proc off of more things. Maybe like my kick knockback. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to test this out because I have detested right now. Nettled counterattack state will persist for the full duration, even if your shield you use to activate is broken. Okay. That does make this a little more useful because in PvP, my shield's going to be gone instantly. That's good for new players. I've been doing Hell 5 raid bosses all week for new people. Yeah, that is really good. I like that. New players are going to be able to gear up quicker because they're going to be able to push their Paragon and then start running As soon as they unlock that hell tier, they're gonna get loot from that hell tier. Is what it sounds like. To push them ahead gear wise further, because it's still, even with the upgraded boosted drops, I think it was still players were getting a server Paragon, but their CR is like way behind still. Tortured, we have updated the visuals of the trail of lurid frames to more accurately align with the area that the enemies will take damage in. We've added several new negative properties. Dulled, damage dealt to shield enemies reduced. Enfeebled, damage dealt to full life enemies reduced. Parched, healing potion cooldown increased. Our goal with this minor update to cursed items was to make several of the positive properties feel better to use and create more options for negative properties that players can strategize around, finding ones that affect their build least while reaping the benefits of the positive properties. Reasonable. Raid group assembly. Players can now convert their party into a raid anywhere in the wilderness. This raid can be brought directly into any activity that requires a raid, bypassing the need to form a raid in the lobby. Using the new My Raid menu, the raid leader can promote other members to administrators who have the same privileges as the leader. Raid leader and their administrators can also access a suite of raid features to help manage larger player counts. Raids in the wilderness can consist of 8 players and cannot engage in activities meant for parties such as dungeons, hidden lairs. That's interesting though, because that sounds like you could potentially there might begin to be other things out there that we can do with a raid group instead of just a party. Assembling a group within raid lobbies was tedious, and we agree. With this update, we're aiming to streamline how players assemble their raids, with the goal of helping raids transition between different raid activities without needing to reassemble the group each time. Okay. I mean, what else is there to raid with right now, though? Like, I guess you could have a raid for the world boss things, those that spawn twice a day. But that leads me to believe that potentially there could be like actual open world raid stuff we could do, or different new raid activities that are coming. Earn Mist Immortal rewards. Players can now earn Mist rewards from the weekly celebration of the new Immortal Reign by completing activities that grant battle pass or battle points. That the demons of the real world can sometimes demand more attention than the Sanctuary. Losing out on rewards, missing a day or two of gameplay can feel bad. Okay. Whatever makes it easier for people to get rewards, I'm all for it. Rite of Exile and Accursed Towers spectator mode. Oh, so you can watch the PvP battles now. Spectate Rite of Exile battles. The battles too. So you can now watch the 8v8s and the tower battles. That's interesting. I always kind of wish they had that especially for the 8v8 battles, so you can see what's going on in there. You're kind of just stuck like waiting to watch the thing come down and see like who won and lost. It'd be cool to click into each battle and watch it and see who's winning. Customized chat shortcuts, finally. Oh my god. Each channel now has their own set of customizable shortcuts. Many players type messages can be stored per channel shortcut. Players can customize their message. Oh, okay, wait. No, that's not what I want to be able to do slash commands. They also insert their own shortcuts and expanded chat preview by tapping or clicking. Okay. Chat channel tabs. Different tabs have been added to the chat window so players can quickly swap between chat channels. Party or clan. For players who prefer not seeing tabs, they can turn this off. Predictive messages. Players have an option to send a predictive chat. Okay. Voice chat improvement. Players can now easily join voice via party or raid drop-down menu. Voice memo improvements. Streamlined. Players no longer need to press and hold the voice button when talking to record a message. Now they can press a button to initiate a recording. A transcription of your message can be reviewed before sending it. Definitely help on mobile, trying to communicate. I haven't used really any of those features yet. Trials of the Warrior, limited time. Okay, use this one. True warriors measured by their title, not their feats. Add to your accolades. Players can compete bounties or elder rifts to earn treasures. Players will only receive the reward for the highest tier achievement, not the preceding tiers. 50 bounties, 40 elder rifts. Rare crests, random ones, 4 random 1-star legendary gems, so 4 gem power. Okay, I mean, pretty much going to farm that anyway. All right. Oh, let me go back to the Barb really quick for Dez. He just switched back. Let's see here. All right, Blood Guzzled. All right, new shoulders. Each time you cleave deals damage to an enemy within 2 seconds, and its damage against that enemy is increased by 10%. Each time cleave deals damage to an enemy within 2 seconds. So 2 quick cleaves, damage. Its damage against that enemy increased by 10%. Up to, oh, you can keep stacking cleaves to get boosted damage. Indiscriminate Heat Pants. Ground Stomp now also causes lava to erupt from the ground after a short delay, damaging and stunning enemies. Another stun for Barbs. Another way to proc chip. Lurker's Last Chance main hand. Cleave now becomes channeled, damaging all enemies in front of you repeatedly. So this is what you would probably want to use to proc these new shoulders effectively. Peace and Quietus offhand. Hammer the Ancients now can be dropped at a targeted location, and when activated again, you and the hammer rush towards each other's, gathering any enemies in between. Okay. You could drop it and you basically scoop up a bunch of players. Trust of the Stolen Skin chest. Why do all these have to be an alliteration that I can't say quickly? All right, after using Hammer of the Ancients, your attack speed and movement speed are increased by 20%. Visage of the Living Ancient's Head. Demoralize now calls on the power of the Ancient to charge toward you from a targeted location, bringing in enemies in its path to you. So it's like you got 2 new skills to like scoop up enemies. Mobile chat was like Ventrilo, a little glitchy but usable. Don't call out Vent like that. Yeah, Vent is a classic. Let's go through that class. You want to check out what the Necro's got going on, King? Begrudgingly. Yeah, let's go check them out. I don't mind. All right. Educator's Cage chest. Bone Spirit's damage increased by 35% to feared enemies. Okay. Emperor of Worm's Head. Corpse Lance now also reduces the movement speed of enemies it strikes and immobilizes an enemy hit by the lance 4 times for 3 seconds. Well, I mean, this damn thing one-shots me every time, so I don't even know if you need to slow me down afterwards because I'm already dead. Soul Levy, offhand. Bone Spirits now instantly unleashes many spirits, but no longer consumes energy to maintain the effect. So it's like a quick rapid-fire Bone Spirits. Strange Sojourn Pants. Wraith form now quickly transports you to your target. Upon arrival, you deal damage and fear all by... Damn, this is a teleport fear pants. Okay. Jesus. Stroke of Midnight main hand. Wraith form cooldown is reduced by half a second each time you are hit. Cooldown cannot be reduced more than 1.5 seconds max. Tremulous Boil Shoulders. Corpse Explosion now also detonates the fear of targeted enemies, dealing damage to all nearby enemies. God, those pants. Well, there's your Gloom. Potential Gloom. I don't know if you're going to have enough charges, but I don't know if it'd still be worth using, but that's still interesting. A teleport plus fear. I wonder what your cooldown's going to be with these. More than likely, I think that's probably the one they're going to go for. I have to see how it teleports. If it's going to be like a pin dot teleport or a straight shot teleport. It says quickly transports. So I don't know if that's like... Mystic Strike has one like that, but it's not an actual teleport. It's just a dash. But we'll have to see how it goes. When does this patch go live? Let's take a look, and then we'll wrap up the video. I'll get it posted. April 25th. Oh, no, that's not it. What am I done? Okay, for the Americas, April 26th, so in 2 days during shutdown times. So Wednesday, we will be getting this new patch. Interesting. I don't know really if this flying dragon thing looks really interesting here. I'll have to play around with some of the new essences once we get them. Finally, I literally just got all the last ones. It took me until the next patch of legendaries to get all the previous legendaries. It's going to be like our pants, the ones we. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I kind of pictured when I read that. Feels like we're going to see a lot more Necros here soon. I don't know. I might have to go back to Necro. No, I don't think I'm going to do that for a while. I'm not farming up new greens. I just got my second triple green. I'm not going to go again. I'm not going to do that again. I'm so far behind on those anyway. Anything good to Demon Hunter? Chest piece. Knockback shot now causes primary attack to also fire a blast of wind and knock enemies away. The new head. After using knockback shot, your primary attack speeds increase. So you kind of knockback shot, push people back, primary attack speed increase. Vithu's buff for 4 seconds. After that, that seems like some helpful stuff for DH. I haven't played DH except up to like level 30 or 40, so I am not very accustomed to how their gameplay is. Knife trap attracts enemies once triggered and explodes. Shoulders, Rain of Vengeance now deploys flaming arrows, burning all enemies in a targeted area. That, you would drop this, do the knockback with a blast of wind. I have a feeling that would be a firestorm effect. That's just my guess. Anytime you see wind and fire together, you get firestorm. Offhand crossbow shot now deals additional damage whenever it hits the same enemy 3 times. Multi-shot now randomly fires either hatred or discipline arrows, causing any struck enemies to become vulnerable or slowed. Enemies affected by both effects take damage and are stunned. All right. Interesting set of legendaries we got coming here. Adds knockback to primary. Yes. Primary attack also fire a blast of wind. Knockback shot causes primary attack to also fire a blast of wind that knocks enemies away. Rain of Vengeance deploys flaming arrows. So you can knock back people into your flaming arrows. I'm assuming will cause some type of firestorm in there. I don't know for sure. Usually when it's wind and fire, we get a firestorm. I don't know how that's going to play out, though. Just guessing. All right, patch goes live April 26th. I'm going to try to put this up while I'm still alive. I'll probably be live for another hour or so. Also have a monk build going up later today or tomorrow. And yeah, come hang out on Twitch. Links in the description. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. See you guys in the next video. Peace.